Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a little Pac-12 clash versus the Colorado Prime Times and the Baylor Bears. I'm going to break down a few things. I'm going to go through some stats and facts and see where these teams rank, see what the setup looks like in reality for both of these teams, give you some predictions, and most importantly, we're going to start off with reading and watching some interviews, some comments, both by the Colorado side and by the Baylor side. Is it going to be hot and piping like that CSU? I don't know. Look, it's not rivalry rigged. This is just Big 12 week. It seems like there might be a little bit more respect, but you're going to have to check it out and see what we're going to get into that. We'll do that. Facts and figures, give you a score progression. Right now, though, I need you to like this video if you like it, dislike this video if you don't like it. Let me know if you're enjoying the college football content, as well as giving your predictions for Colorado versus Baylor. Let's get after it, man. Colorado versus Baylor. See what those Bears got for them. First things first, let's go ahead and take a peek at some of these vidges and some facts and stats. Worst pass blocking grades amongst Power 4 teams. Our friends Florida State, one of the most depressing showings of all time. Kentucky down there, doing Kentucky things. And then Cal, and then Baylor. So it's kind of crazy. Bottom 4, Baylor is right there. It's something interesting to think about, especially when we talk about how, Colorado is supposed to have this infamously bad offensive line, which I'm not here to tell you that they have a great one. But interesting to see their matchup with some issues there. We're going to look at some more rankings of the stats as well. But first things first, let's take a peek at what Baylor head coach has to say about the goddamn Colorado Buffaloes. There's a lot of talking last week, hoping a lot of positivity this week. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
It's a team that looks like they're trending up, and it's going to be a tough environment for us. A lot of positives for us in this game too, but it's going to take our best. Yeah, I have a lot of respect offensively for what they do. Quarterback makes some really hard throws. If he knows what you're in, he eats you up. And then I think the skill is such to where you can only double cover so many people. You can see the talking and the communication up front, where they're able to hold off, and then you're getting, quarterback stepping in, taking hits as he's getting the ball out, and just like it's that's a whole NFL thing right there. And so I have a lot of respect, and it's going to take our best. I have a lot of respect for him. I think the energy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I think this is a really good, respect portion. I think it's a good to come across, and we're also going to get some more stats. I know the Colorado game is 2 weeks at, so Colorado is 82 in rushing defense. 82 in rushing defense. I like that these are side by side. I like it. 82 in rushing defense. UCF is number 2 in rushing offense in the FBS. So watch out for when they actually play. And I think that's the biggest thing here. If you apply these, and he's going on and making some other stuff, but just some more rankings there. We're going to get into those rankings here in a second. Let's go also talk about Baylor linebacker Brooks Mills. Was he talking that talk, or was he being a nice guy? Let's see.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I'm just excited to get into conference play. Doesn't really matter who the opponent is. Colorado's got a lot of swag.
Okay.
The home field advantage, I think it's pretty good up there, so it'll be nice to get up there. I like that the sidelines are tight. It's kind of like an Oklahoma State kind of vibe.
Okay.
So you get to hear the fans a lot chirping at it, and get to use it as juice. So that's cool.
I like it. Now that's how you respond right there. That's how, a lot of people want to attack Colorado for being young dudes playing football and trying to, show their stuff, stand out, get some NIL money, and hopefully get to the NFL. But my home skill biscuit right here, linebacker said, "Hey, yo, they got some swag, but I keep that thing on me too." He said, "Go ahead, shrink them sidelines. Go ahead." My boy said he about that action. See, what y'all don't know is I'm a Texas fan first. I even know that, which means I'm a Texas little brother fan first. Shout out to my Baylor Bears. So if the Baylor Bears win, I win. If Colorado wins, I win. I don't care. I like this. This is what college football. It's not about talking that hot and then trying to shake people's hands after a game. Nah. It's about it's about knowing what kind of rattlesnake you're dealing with, son, and then stepping on that rattler and say, we're gonna have a nice dang long day. Sorry, something came out of me right there. But continuing on, go ahead.
Exploit it, especially with a team like Colorado. They're looking for the mismatches. They're gonna get it, and they're gonna go to it every time. So if I'm not in the right position, it's gonna mess up my teammates. The challenges they present is all of their skill guys are NFL talent. You look inside and out. Any of those guys can really go to the league. Quarterbacks, great quarterback.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for them, and even.
Absolutely, I like a lot more cordialness. I wish there was some more talking, man. I really wish it was a little hotter. Few things from Deion Sanders on Baylor, and then we're gonna hop into the actual stats and facts.
First and foremost, every week is the same thing. We want to be able to run the ball effectively. We want to
Hope so.
stop the run. The coach has done a great job. Coach Rand.
This is so low. Basically, he's saying that just like in every other game, he wants to be able to run the ball, stop the run, and do things of that nature.
Great job of having this team disciplined in the things that they do well. They really do well.
Focused on discipline.
First of all, stop the run. I don't know which quarterback they're going to feature this week, but we're preparing for both quarterbacks. But that team, they have athletes. They're physical. They're strong. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Just self-inflicted wounds. I know they fumbled a few times, but that happens. That happens with us. It happens.
Okay. It's some respect, mutual respect from the Baylor Bears and the Colorado. I think this might be a healthy little, cool little new Big 12 rivalry act we can get after there. I really hope this is a good game. That's what I'm hoping. I really don't. You know me, I'm a Deion guy. I'm a Colorado guy. So I'm hoping that, Colorado can turn the season around and have some good offensive line play. But at the same time, I don't mind the Baylor Bears getting a nice big time primetime win against primetime. Hey, I'm here happy about it. I'm not going to predict it just yet. Let's get into these stats and facts. All right. So for the Baylor Bears, now we kind of alluded to some of their rankings earlier, so let's hop into it. Baylor's offense, number 83 in points per game. Yikes. Number 78 ranked in yards a game. Points per play, number 77. So just a bottom third team when it comes to a lot of offensive percentage numbers, fourth down conversions, third down convert. This is probably, I think, one of the biggest stats I like to look at with teams, because when I watch games, those third down and fourth down conversions will kill teams. They will eat defenses. Even a great defense is going to have to start bending and breaking and chipping when you keep converting thirds and third and longs and third and mediums and keep doing all that. It's not going to be a good day in the yard, okay? You know what I'm saying? And then opponents' third down conversions, number 42, hopping over to the defense side, are a top 20 in opponents' yards per play. So for a team like Colorado, who has to strive off of explosive plays, they've struggled a little bit when it comes to having sustained drives. It's amazing. It's good to see on the Baylor side, hey, we also don't allow a lot of points per play. We might get sliced up because all this other stuff don't look good. Points allowed. No, never mind. Opponent points per game, top 25, top 19 opponent yards per game. So this is going to have to be, Colorado's might have to get into a little sluggish fight like Deion was talking about, being able to run the ball. They're going to have to do it effectively. Also against a running defense. Oh, well, yeah, they better run the ball. Wow, this is like, I don't want to say worst on worst, like the rushing defense compared to Colorado's rushing offense. We'll get into the stats. We'll really talk about it. But this is hilarious. 133, 58. Bottom when it comes to their defensive rushing defense. And we go to rushing play, though. Top 22 in rushing play percentage. Oh, sorry, that don't really mean nothing. That's just their what's it called? What's it called? That is just their share of how much play they call. And then, we're going here a little bit more down, but a little middle of the pack here. Number 39 rushes per game. Rushing yards, again, bottom-ish. So it's nothing exemplary, but this rushing defense does not look like the most status, but you're not going against an elite rushing offense, so you should be. Can I talk today? Golly. Passing statistics, what can we do? Completion percentage, yikes. Yards per game, decent. Passes a game, I'm 115. That's that. I mean, again, they don't call it a lot, but still, yikes. What scares me is that if you call this much of a ratio of run plays and you don't have what seems to be any real dominant rankings when it comes to your running stats, that's kind of scary to me. Other than this, it's just field goals, penalties, XYZ, rank pretty middle of the pack there for penalties. Nothing that stands out. Now for Colorado, I think we all gonna know how this is gonna work. It's gonna be, overall statistics. Their offense here, we've got points per game, number 92, right? For such an explosive offense, doesn't look like that. I want to check something. I want to check this. Yep, okay. Awful rushing offense, because just about what we talked about. So terrible rushing offense against a bottom tier rushing defense in Baylor. That's going to be an interesting matchup that you're going to want to look out for when you're talking about how people are going to be able to win things and do things. Points a game is terrible. Yards per game is terrible. It's all terrible. The yards of play, the third down conversion being 36%. Both of these teams are terrible on third down. So that can be interesting. Defensive game. It's going to be a lot of punting. Your punters better start warming your legs up if they play the way they need to play. So getting into the defensive side of things, and this is okay. I'm happy that we talked about it because this is something that I like to talk about. They are decent on third down. They've got good third down, and I'll even say red zone. Yep. Okay. I didn't even look at the number. Number 11 in opponent red zone scoring and number 17 in opponent's third down conversion. Something that I've said in a few of these videos is I am shocked about how when Colorado gets that field shrunk on them, they start playing elite defense. That Bentley kid, I mean, he can. And I think this is what it is. Because they are so talent rich, what happens is when that field gets shrunk for these offensive coordinators and offensive players, well, Travis Hunter can take a whole field away. The Bentley in the middle, the big Bentley in the middle, he can go tackle to tackle and basically handle most of the running game. So with those two things being secure, I think the best thing for them is hoping that we get into a field goal, a fight off, and Colorado is just explosive on the back end with their offense because if they can stump them getting into the red zone, I think they're going to be able to do a lot of good things. Now, the opponent fourth down conversion is tough, but let's hope they aren't going for fourth downs. But not looking good there. Rushing offense, abysmal. We don't got to talk about rushing defense. Now, I always said that the rushing defense was decent, but it looks decent. It's nothing crazy. Middle of the pack, bottom tier, opponent's rushing, rush play percentage. So a little different vibration there. Now we get into the shining star. This is so hilarious. Number 1 in the nation when it comes to pass play percentage. Number 1. This is a calling problem, and this is last place. 134. So this is last place in all of FBS. FBS Division 1. This is first place. That's hilarious. Completion percentage 66%. So that's middle of the pack. Yards per pass, bottom of the league. Passes a game, number 4 in the nation. You passing yards a game, middle of the pack. Interesting. And then interceptions thrown, 32, middle of the pack. Quarterback sack, pretty abysmal. And I think we see that when it comes to the offensive line play and how they do things. Now, when it comes to pass defense, again, a mixed bag there, but a little bit middle of the packish bottom of it. When we really fully take a look at this, these are two mid teams. It's a mid off. That's what it is. It's going to be a mid off. Looking at some scores here, we got multiple quarterbacks, by the way. So they got this double quarterback thing going on here. One with a high completion rate who really gets it down the field. But I think old Dequan Finn probably wiggles it a bit. He does, in fact, wiggle it a bit. Probably needs to wiggle it a little more. A lot of good things, man. A lot of good things that I'm seeing from both of these teams. I'm excited. I haven't really been, to tell you the truth, I haven't seen a lot of Baylor games this year. I've been watching Colorado games and other stuff. But how I was talking about it, and I think that the core matchup really is going to be the rushing. It's going to be the run game. It's going to come down to the run game. How is Colorado going to respond, and how is Colorado going to be able to initiate a run game? Because if they can't, I don't think anybody can stop them, especially not in this game. And then when it comes to Baylor, what do you do? How do you respond as one of the bottom worst rushing defenses and all? Do you strengthen that up? Are you happy that this is also the number 1 throwing pass? Like, this is keys to victory. 1 for Baylor. You better hope Deion Sanders continues, or whoever's throwing these, calls the game like they call it, and it gives your rushing defense a break. Y'all can be light in the box, and y'all don't have to deal with it, because I think they want to play Big 12 football. They want to play Pac-12 football. Colorado wants to get big plays and run it down the field. If they play that game, first of all, Baylor's going to smoke them. 2, Baylor, that's the perfect thing for them. Now, if Colorado comes out and runs the ball, sets the pace, starts crunking things up, maybe gets Travis Hunter involved with some end arounds, maybe gets a little bit more creative with how they're going to give Shador some options and get a little more creative with with motion and stuff like that. If they come out and really want to have a a more designed and more what's it called, fleshed out rushing attack, this is going to be a long day for the Baylor Bears. Now, do I think that's going to happen? I don't think so, but I think this is going to be a really good game. I think Colorado's at home. I think they've got great juice coming out of Colorado State. Give me 21-14. This is going to be a straight up and down. Wait, I'm lying to you. Give me 21-16. We're going to kick a lot of field goals in Baylor. I think Colorado's defense is going to come through. They're going to be stout in the red zone, but I don't think Baylor's going to have enough options to do what they need to do, how they need to do it. I think it's a good team, and I think this is going to be a win that Colorado hangs their hat on until they go into some real Big 12 play, and it gets a little nasty because this schedule does start picking up. So you better hope they can get what they can get done against these gentlemen here. But I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a fun time. I hope you enjoy it. Give me your predictions of this game down below. How you feeling about Colorado? How you feeling about Baylor? How you feeling about all these teams? You be amazing, and we will see you next time.